Hello, warriors. Welcome to the U movement. I'm here again. Things are coming in relatively quickly, and shifts and changes are happening a lot more rapidly. I'm sure that a lot of others are going through that type of sped up process as of late. So I'm hopping on today. Those that don't know me, I am B. Welcome to the U movement, and we are talking about the awakening process, the ups, the downs, the highs, the lows, the shadow work, the inner child work, and all the rest of it. So yesterday I was in this amazing new energy of gratitude that was fantastic. And if you didn't see yesterday's video, feel free to hop on to watch that one. I go in depth about some of the stuff that I was feeling particularly grateful for. And then the night went on, and I could feel the slide start happening and the grasping start happening, and like, oh no, I don't want it to go back down. I could hear myself say, and it kind of felt like that ride at the CNE that spins round so fast that you're up against the wall like this, like you can't resist it. When the Kundalini decides, okay, the next thing's up for healing, So it's kind of like being caught in a spin cycle in the washing machine, ready to expunge out more gunk, more shadow, more dark. And that's just what began to happen almost immediately. So last night was a rough sleep night. I was up in that in-between state of wakefulness and awake and sleep, that in-between place of a lot of heart contractions. And so I want to talk a little bit about that. I have done a video in the past, and I can't remember the name of it, something like, do you experience anxiety on this? The picture is me like this, I know, on the cover of it, because through this awakening, as each chakra is being cleared out energetically, and I talked yesterday about how, like, my root chakra, it's like being dumped out, and then you have to rebuild the energies. And so the heart chakra, it was up for grabs yesterday, and I was experiencing extreme tightness in the chest. Now, I've experienced this so many times at this place, this point in time, that I know I wasn't having a heart attack. But if you're new to it, if you're new to this awakening path, and you all of a sudden are experiencing real tightness in chest, the intercostal muscles, which are the muscles in between the rib cage, felt very painful. And it started to work its way across my chest. That took about 12 hours to move from under this arm across the chest and into this arm. At one stage, I was even had my massager kind of up in there, just trying to shift some of it, as well as doing a lot of my spiritual practices through the night, which it includes long, slow, deep breathing, prayer, mantra, affirmation work, self-soothing, reparenting, basically saying to myself all the things I wish somebody else would say to me. So if you're in the throes of one of these squeezes, and what happens is spirit contracts before there's an expansion. So there is always a state of contraction and expansion, contraction and expansion. So I was in this, I had opened to this great expansion yesterday, and then boom, immediately went into a contraction late at night. And so I pulled myself back out into the observer as much as I could, and I could hear the resistance. I could hear no, I was in such a good place. I don't want to do this again. When's this going to end? And I really observed that energy and asked myself, Why are you complaining about this? You just did a video yesterday, you just did a video on how grateful you feel for the opportunity to have this heart activation and to have this purification and this awakening. This is the process. Why are you complaining? And I sat in that energy a little bit of why am I complaining? Where is the complaining energy coming from? And I immediately started going into the shadow work again, which is to observe. When we observe our reaction to anything that happens, any kind of trigger, and we pull ourselves out. Now, I've done lots and lots of videos on shadow work. I believe I have a playlist for that. I'll double check that if I don't, but it ties into a lot of dark night of the soul kind of work, the spiritual work that is involved in this awakening process of facing those aspects of selves that are not so desirable. So in sitting today in meditation for a very extended, large portion of the day was dedicated to grounding the energy and sitting in and having a conversation with that aspect of self that was complaining. And that conversation was very illuminating. Because I came to the realization through this process, and it happened so quickly. So last night I was sitting in the and then today I'm already receiving the ahas as I'm processing. So as I said, everything is processing at a much more rapid rate now. And I want to talk about the archetype of the complainer. Or the archetype that I would name as my inner Karen, that one voice that's like, can I talk to the manager about this? I was really in that energy. I wanted to go to the customer service desk and have words with God and say, this enough with this already. I need to speak to a manager right away, and we need to renegotiate the terms of this contract. And that's not going to get you very far. However, everything, even our shadow, has a positive or a light attribute once we bring it back into wholeness with self. And I wanted to understand where this complainer energy came from, and more to the point, our attitudes in society about complainers. We hear often things like nobody likes a complainer, or stop complaining, or be grateful. Telling somebody to be grateful while they're in a complaining energy is about as useful as telling somebody to calm down when they're in a state of panic. Instead of negating what was coming up, I decided instead to listen to this, and said, okay, listen, I'm going to listen to you, because unless we get on board with each other and work together through this awakening, we're going to continue to have a lot of resistance and a bumpy road, because you've been resisting this awakening this whole time, and it's causing more disharmony to a process that we have established is for your higher and greater good. It's for your betterment. You are healing. Let's look at all the things and write down a list of all the things that this awakening has helped you accomplish. It's helped you accomplish weight loss. It's helped you accomplish healing diseases. It's helped you accomplish get out of bad relationships. It's helped you accomplish learning boundaries, speaking up for yourself. It's a positive thing that's happening to you. But you're complaining about it. So it's like the energy of the child who's being given medicine that doesn't taste very good, but the medicine is necessary. So let's talk about this. So I said, I'm willing to listen. I'm willing to listen to your complaints, and I'm going to take each complaint that you have to say seriously, and let's get to the root of this. And the voice, the complainer, the inner Karen, said to me, nobody listens to me. And I said, okay, let's look at that. Okay, I'm understanding in this moment in time that you feel unheard. That's true. Can you give me examples when you felt unheard? And then she began to list off real examples throughout my life of times that I was gaslit, times that I was manipulated, times that I was negated, times that I was shut down, and times that I did all of those things to myself, because the program began to run that nobody listens to me, nobody takes me seriously, nobody heeds me. And so I could see immediately all the ways that I show up in the world trying to prove my point. When I go to a doctor's office, I have a binder because I feel completely unheard all the time, and I need to prove it. When I was younger, I needed to like almost prepare an essay or a document proving why something is the way that it is, why my feelings are justified, because I was constantly, as somebody who was raised by a narcissist, I was constantly negated or told that I was wrong, or told that my feelings were incorrect, or told that my thinking was incorrect. And so this constant process of shutting down the inner complainer in my life proved to disable a large portion of my own intuitive knowing. And so because that was interconnected, so the dark and the light aspect of this energy, the dark aspect is nobody likes a complainer. The light aspect of the complainer is the intuitive voice that tells you, get the hell out of here. This isn't a good situation for you. This is wrong. Something's not right. Something's up. Something's amiss. And so if we, and maybe you have the energy of the complainer, or you have got an inner Karen that plays out as an archetypal energy in your life, and if so, then this video is for you, because the more that we have learned, because that's the way we've been taught, to shut down our voice in regards to complaints, the less we are tied in and listening to the intuitive voice saying, wah, 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 something's wrong, get out, you need to leave this relationship, leave this job, leave this situation. And I have notoriously stayed my entire life with shutting that voice, that inner voice down, and saying, hey, you should be grateful, you should shush, you should stay in this job, you should stay in this relationship, you should, and because of that, I prolonged a lot of my own suffering. So shadow work is all about facing those inner voices that we hear, those inner energies, identifying what they are, give them a name. I like to always give them names like the something, the complainer, the critic, the inner child, and so you're having a conversation with that inner archetype, that inner aspect of self, and saying, okay, let's get to the root of this. I'm gonna listen to you. I'm gonna listen to you, and I'm gonna give you what you need. And what is it that you need? Oh, you need to feel heard. You need to feel validated. You need to be recognized. Okay, I'm going to give you all of that. I'm going to let you, for the next hour, list out all your complaints, and I will address each one as they come. And at the end of the hour, we're going to focus on see how many of those things we can flip. We can flip the switch to. So you feel unheard. Okay, we're flipping the switch to feeling heard. You're feeling nervous. Okay, we're going to flip the switch to feeling grounded. We're going to see how we can cultivate the opposite energy. And so in allowing this process of going into the muck to unfuck, but not getting stuck, I'm going to add that on there, because we don't want to get stuck in these cycles for an eternity. And the problem is when we go into the shadow work and we don't allow what's coming up and love it and show it kindness and compassion and reparent it, we have we potentially could get stuck in that energy and stuck in the complaining. And I didn't want to get stuck in the complaining, because I had just established that this awakening is something to feel grateful for. So in sitting in meditation and doing the work, I allowed all of my inner Karen's concerns to come out, and then said, okay, let's see how we can cultivate a little bit more appreciation. The opposite energy of complaining is appreciating. So I went to the park, I sat by a tree, I did some more meditation, and I just started appreciating everything and anything that I could think of and see. You know, I appreciate these bugs, I appreciate this grass, I appreciate these trees, I appreciate the air that I'm breathing, I appreciate my feet that are carrying me through the park. I appreciate my legs, every single body part, my internal organs, all the things that are working for me in my life, all the attributes that I have, all the skills I'm going to start appreciating. So in allowing the energy of the complainer to be brought into wholeness, I cultivated a whole new level of appreciation, which is lovely. It only took 12 hours. So this awakening path and the shadow work that is required on it, and as I said, it's not like you're given a choice, so you might as well give yourself as much as you possibly can when you're going through the dark stuff and going through the shadow stuff, as much nurturing and as much kindness and as much compassion as you would give your favorite person, because you need to become your own favorite person in this journey. The more time in isolation and hermiting and going within and doing the work is all orchestrated and designed for us to learn to love the fuck out of ourselves. So that grasping energy onto external validation and external peoples and external things, addictions, coping strategies, we can let go of, because we can do the work in quiet, in isolation, alone, and create really positive, dramatic changes. So I thought that I would jump on and share that with you today. If you are doing some deep dives into some shadow work and you're stuck in the muck and you need some help there, feel free to reach out and let's see what tools and strategies that we can come up with to help assist you get through this journey, because there's a whole group of us. Every single day people contact me now letting me know that what I'm going through, they're going through, or going through similar things, and they really appreciate these videos. So I appreciate you appreciating these videos, because at least then I know that what I'm sharing is useful and helpful and all the rest. So if you have any comments that you want to add here or in the Spiritual Warrior Support Group, the way to do join the Spiritual Warrior Support Group over there on Facebook is in the description below. You just press that link there and it comes to me and says I want to join. Keep in mind, I don't let people join that have like no friends and set their profile up yesterday and their profile looks dodgy. I don't do that. So if you try to become part of the group under a fake profile or something like that, and you didn't get accepted in, that's why, because I'm monitoring so that people feel safe and people feel secure. So real profiles only, please and thank you. And with that said, we'll keep it short and sweet to the point today, and all my love to all of you, and sending out just oodles and oodles and oodles of love. Peace out.